on dinner,
I
but
didn't mean to kill it.
So there wasn't really anything I needed to do with
we'll talk to
this.
you later.
The line gun needs to get some upgrades. Let's see. What's min? Oh, the mine. Okay. 4. I think that's what I wanted to do there. Now the line gun's got some hurts on it. Oh, fuck you! Oh, damn it. It's like they lulled me into a sense of security with that store there. Saw Thunder streaming, and I was like, what the fuck? Thunder never streams. And I'm like advertising for him right now, but Thunder's awesome, and he hangs out and he plays all the games with us. So go leave him a lurk. Yeah, do it, and then come back here or bother him, and hey, I'll talk to myself all day. It's fine. Because Juan was streaming. I see Juan streaming. Juan streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm like, I went to go in, and I literally at 5:55 check the calendar. Because I'm like, is it fucking Tuesday? Today's my day. And so I see him over there, and it fucked me all up. But he's streaming with Thunder right now, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and the only way you know how you want it to work is by fucking trying in the first place. So get out there, do shit, break shit, move fast, fail faster. It's so much fun. And it's like, as soon as you get rid of the idea that failure is a bad thing, and you just like, you know what, accept failure as the idea that you tried and you learned. And as long as you try and you... What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Ooh, I forgot that I'm at a fancy new scene without all that other stuff. How is everyone? Welcome to the roam. My name is Nick, and here we are talking a little bit about our next episode. This is cool. Our second episode of the water cooler. First episode was last week. And trying a bunch of new stuff out. It's really interesting. I've been thinking, like, the whole purpose of this, just because, you know, the whole purpose of this channel too is going to be about just like being transparent about streaming, being transparent about the stuff that I'm working on. And most of my content is actually going to now be about what I'm working on my channel. And this is cool. I think it's cool, at least. Because what's up, Kazrin, Big Pogs? So yeah, it's this. The stream is going to really become about like working on a stream channel. And so everything I do for this channel will kind of be documented in some way. Tuesdays are going to be focused on the water cooler. And what we're going to be doing is, it won't always be interviews, but I did want to make it interviews if I could. And so be interviewing other creators, talking to them about their roam. Today we're going to have NerdTitan on later. Big shout out to Nerd. And then afterward, and just talking and getting to know about other streamers, what they're doing, and how they're getting better at what they're working on. And one thing I really love about who was this guy? What's going on, RN? How you doing? So yeah, we're gonna be having different streamers on stream. We're gonna be talking about all sorts of things. Hence the water cooler. It's actually what the Discord is named after. So I'm pretty jazzed to kind of connect the dots. Take off your pants and jacket. I'm not wearing pants. No, I'm wearing pants. I'm still recovering from a little cold. I will try to mute whenever I'm coughing, unless you guys are into that. I doubt it. I'm not into. I pulled a chest muscle. RN, I need you to come check me out, man. Pulled like a chest muscle while I was coughing yesterday. Not a good time. And so yeah, this is we're trying out a bunch of new stuff though. And one of the things that I think at least I'm struggling with as a creator is like creating all of the content all of the time. And there was an interesting thing that I looked up, read once upon a time, was Gary Vee creating, I think it was like 68 pieces of content a day. And I can't believe it's 68 or 64 pieces of content in a day. And so let's pull this up. And he made this. It's a really awesome kind of PowerPoint. It's 270 slides. It's nonsense. And this is content too. come out for Aryan's Medical Minute, and I'll diagnose and give you treatment options. Okay, just not actually medically covered by law. But yeah, no, it's right here. It's like right in there. I really fucked something up. I coughed so hard. But this is cool, and so I've been thinking. It's right. Is that if I'm going to be creating as much content as everybody says you have to, 3 to 5 posts on every freaking platform all the freaking time, and it's yeah, dude, pain. So creating all this content all the time, I have to be better at it, right? I'm not paying people. It's just me. I only have so much time in the day. I work a full-time job. I got a family. I got all that other stuff to deal with. And I enjoy dealing with that stuff. I want to preserve that time. I don't want to sacrifice my life for streaming. I want to make streaming part of my thing. So this was something I read a long time ago. And see, I'll blow it up a little bit. So, oh, he must have updated it because I don't think TikTok was on here. Let's download this PowerPoint again. There we go. And so you can go to it on your own time. I'll share a link in the Discord. But what's really cool about this is it talks about you have to just really work your recipe. And so I haven't been making as much content on half the platforms I wanted to be making, but I have to figure out how. And so what I'm doing to do that is I'm starting to build what I'm fondly referring to as like the engine. These things like that, these systems that you can put together, content that can become more content. This can become YouTube. YouTube can become clips. Clips can go onto these formats. Shorts can go into Reels and TikTok and everything else. And I want to make as much content at once as possible and then really get focused editing time, which gets to one of the biggest changes we're making at 1 year into streaming. Yay! I don't have sound effects. 1 year into streaming is I'm dropping Sundays. Dropping Sundays is going to do a lot for me. It's going to want to make time for my real world life and doing things with family, not having to really kind of plan and structure things around Sunday. But then I also want to use a bit of that time for more meaningful editing. I have to work on my content. And a lot of something that I was thinking is like the reason I picked 3 days was because in order to become partner, you have to meet these certain streaming requirements. One that we all know, 75 active viewers, hard goal to reach. And then there's quantity where you have to stream a certain amount of days. I think it's 12 out of 30 days, so 3 days a week for 12, done. And then a certain amount of hours, and that would just like kind of define how long your stream would be. And so I was doing that. I worked my way backwards. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit these marks because that's partner behavior. And then I'll work on figuring out how to get 75 viewers. And so now, I've been doing this a year. I thought about it a long time. And really, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not like the only thing that matters, right? I can control my hours. My output is easy. The only thing I can't control is my view count. And so what I have to do is stream less. At least for me, this is what's I'm gonna work on is stream less and then work on creating more forms of content across more things and create a value prop, which is the Roam, talking about just exploring, just learning different stuff and sharing everything we find along the way. And so I'm pumped about this. I think this is good. I think this is me. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy learning. I enjoy talking about what I'm learning. I enjoy all of that stuff. And so this is going to be a way for me, and I got to get used to that. I can just turn this off and it's just hang out, and I can sit more in the middle of the screen. And it's different because I know this isn't normal Twitch content, and it's kind of going to be a way for me to grow out of Twitch, as well as then start to do the things that I want to do on Twitch with gaming and everything else. So I'm pumped about that. I'm also pumped that I have Wawa iced tea. Gotta get my daily Wawa fix. So I've been working on a ton of different things. It's been a year. Streaming for a year is cool. It's really hard to get used to because there's a lot of things you have to learn, from production to being able to thread in music. I have some improvements I want to make for that. Jeez, I have improvements I want to make for everything. This room I have furniture coming in for. We're moved, so that's exciting. But a year in, and I learned a lot. And I learned that I think most of us have our foot on the gas too much, and we have to more meaningfully learn what growing means. And this could mean streaming to less people. This could mean building the habits and the practices that you want to build in order to make better content. And so I'm excited about all this. I think it's a big risk, but I think it's a necessary risk and part of my journey. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I go and try something different. And if it does, then hey, awesome. But I know I need to make more content. I know I need to be more places, and so that's going to be the core focus. Now, a year in, man, when I think about a year ago, I was on RN stream last week, as we missed last Thursday for that, and it was really fun because one, you like don't have to fly, but we were talking because we pretty much started at the same time. Is like how much we've changed and learned, and like what we were making a year ago compared to what we're making now. And I think that's so fun. Like, you know, and I've like come kind of full circle. So one of the original ideas for my Tuesday, so this has like always been part of my plan, right? I think it was like my second Tuesday that I ever streamed. I was like, let's do like Twitch talks and talk about Twitch and talk about what I'm doing. And like I was like really kind of gung-ho about it, but I was so green. Pip, what's good? Pip cheerio. How was the UK? We're just chatting here a little bit about streaming and being a year into it now. We're over 200 followers, which is cool, in the top 3% of streamers, which I dig. But now we're going to talk about like how I'm changing and twisting things and making it crazy. So hey, it's just me, Gran, love it. Didn't want to come home. Artemis, what's up? Thank you for the raid. How are you doing, man? Shout out. You came just in time. We're testing out a new theme today, which is the water cooler. And so NerdTitan's going to be coming in a little bit later. We're going to talk about graphics and brand. I'm really excited about that because I got some things I want to work on. I'm working on a ton of different things. And so this stream, welcome to the Rome. I'm doing well. I had a really bad day, but I'm doing good. I'm happy because I'm here. I'm here with you guys, and I'm excited to test this new shit out. And so, goodness gracious. Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a year, and I've learned a lot of different things. And so this whole stream, this Nerd's going to be coming in later. We're going to talk graphics and brand. And I'm also like doing this called the water cooler. Hey, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Have a good one, Aaron. Man, this hat itches me. So, you know, I'm floundering around here because this is a different format, and usually I'm giving myself something to react to, and now I got to lean into being able to talk. But so I have 2 streams that are happening now, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to know what time that is in your time zone, 15 minutes earlier is when I started. Tuesdays is the water cooler. We're going to be talking with other streamers, other creators, learning about their Rome, understanding, you know, some of the things they're working on, some of the things they're good at. I find a lot of streamers are good at something. They came from some industry. I came from architecture and business development type stuff, and so my skills involve. What's up, Dingus? Hello from Denmark. Awesome. Did you know Denmark? I was in Denmark. This is a weird story. We're gonna get real personal. This is a weird story. I was in Denmark, but not as a fetus. My parents went to Denmark with me while I was cooking in the oven. That's as close to Denmark I've ever gotten. I do want to go. I love Denmark. Little Mermaid and stuff. So we have friends from the family there. I've just never made it, you know, outside. It was dark the whole time. But welcome. Yeah, you know, that's my Denmark story. What else I got? Actually, one of my favorite architects, which we talked about last 2 Thursdays ago, was Bjarke Ingels, Danish architect. Does really cool stuff. So there's Denmark. That's my Denmark knowledge. Queenie, what's up? Denmark is beautiful. You've been there with 20 years after I was born. You had a much better view. Oh goodness. How you doing, Queenie? How you doing, Dingus? And so yeah, the stream is changing, and I'm really excited about that. It's still got gaming. Today we're gonna play a little bit of Warframe after Nerd and I get done talking about brand and stuff. And so Tuesday's gonna have different speakers. Queenie's gonna be here 2 weeks from now. Artemis, I gotta talk to you about your little moving welcomes. I would love that. Pop in and out and take a look at Rome. How uncultured. I couldn't, it would have been a little bit of a thing. And then, so yeah, Queenie will be 2 weeks. I don't know what you want to talk about yet. We haven't really rapped about this, but I imagine some TikTok stuff since you are a guru. And go from there. And then Kestrel's going to be here next week. We're going to talk about marketing, I imagine, and what's going on with him. And so the format of most of these interviews, usually I think we're going to have somebody in earlier. I'm from all over. I'm a roamer. No, I just moved to Poconos, PA. And I actually lived in Denver, Colorado for the past 6 years. Originally from Jersey. That's why I speak fast and can be rude. Don't mind it. I'm just, if I'm mean, that means I like you. No, I'm kidding. This is a chill channel. I like to keep it, keyed in. And so I have traveled a bit. I lived in Spain for a study abroad. Kestrel here this week, but not talking until next week. I'm not talking. This is me being quiet. This is perfect. This is a perfect amount. Can be is rude. No, what? No, Pip. Come on. Yeah, so I'm excited to have these folks coming in and telling their story, their Rome, and bringing a little bit of variety to the mix because I can just ramble for hours, and who wants to see that? Not me. No, kidding. But who are you? I don't even know who you is. You know what? I enjoy meeting people. Pepperoni. Can I call you that? Can I? Yeah. No. If I keep forgetting you, that just means I'm heightening the emotion. You don't want me. Okay. No more pepperoni. Except for the fact that I forgot. No. And so I'm excited about all this because I think it's going to be creating a really great opportunity for discussing and making the streaming journey real. If you're a viewer, there's a lot of stuff we go through behind the scenes, a lot of turmoil, a lot of challenges. I was talking, JD Smalls, Cosplay, RN, and we were all playing Uno last week. And JD brought up the comment about people who do engagement farming on TikToks and basically everywhere. And at the end of it, this is my game. This is your game. Yeah, I guess is my game now. Just chatting, chatteruno. So yeah, Cosplay and JD and RN, and then we had like a bunch of people on. It was awesome. We were all raising money for Let's Play Death Ray. His son was just born, was going to have to go through life-saving surgery. Actually was born healthier than expected, and they were able to defer that 6 months. Which is fantastic news. And so yeah, we were doing all that. JD had asked a question about like content farming and do you think people should do it? And it's complicated. So when you're making content, like you're always, at least I'm obsessing. Like I want to know like how people are interacting with it. I want to know what people think of it. There's that Bo Burnham song where it's like, is there anyone out there I don't want to know? And that song speaks at least to my journey as a streamer really specifically. Because there is this like I don't want to know but I do want to know kind of thing that with everything that I'm putting out there. Dingus, thank you for the follow. All that interaction is super valuable, and it like one, it's valuable because that's data that tells you how your content's performing, but two, it's valuable like there's just like the dopamine slides that you go on, and so it's very hard on you. Like my TikTok has not been performing the past 3-4 days. I took a couple days off. I was doing different stuff, trying different things, not performing the same. Ain't that Stella? What's good? How are you? And so I was like, fuck, like, come on. It hurts. And you have to like be mentally ready. And so content forming is super easy to like want to do. And it is what we do. In general, like you want to get reactions, and so then you can do certain things, and you have your thirst traps that get reactions and watch time because people are thirsty. Glad you made it. How is everything? How you been? Then there is outrage farming, where you just post something highly controversial and then people interact with it, positive or negative, and that's got its own damn slide to it. Like, you think you can handle like the internet? Like you have to really like when you're reading your comments and it's all hate and despicable shit. Like easier to say to ignore, especially when you're getting notifications on your phone, but it's rough. I'm close to being ready for YouTube stuff. Not uploaded in a month. Whoops. See, I stopped uploading altogether. I'm gonna actually gut the entire channel, and then I'm gonna start republishing new things. But it's fine, right? Like, you know, this is a journey, and it's an exercise in doing different stuff all the time. And if you're not doing different stuff, then you are not learning, because clearly there's something you can be improved. I know that, like, even the top streamers in the world are constantly, they have to be, are critiquing their content. And you can build a machine to a point at where, like, things all seem the same and, like, everything's going well for you. But they're thinking about what they're going to talk about next. What are they going to cover? Specific card based on your Arma 3 server. Nice. I have not played Arma. Like, and that's, I think, one of the things I've been having a hard time connecting with a bunch of streamers is, like, we have a lot of streamers who do shooters and stuff. And I haven't really, like, religiously played a shooter since COD back in college. Every time I play, I just don't want to grind it out anymore. There's Apex, there's all that. Rocket League is my new jam. And, you know, even that, I don't play as much as I want to. Heck, my stream is becoming less and less gaming and more chatting. So, you know, that's part of my journey. Your podcast idea, awesome. And this is also, for me, I want to turn this into a podcast, a multi-form ways to consume. Because some people like to listen. Some people don't need to tune in and watch this live. Some people don't need to interact. I technically, usually as a viewer, am much more of a lurker. And so listening works just for me. And if there's meaningful, valuable content that can be stitched together and cut and edited into a great podcast, which I'm pumped for. You know, and it's okay to do stuff like raw, like it's okay to do it raw, you know. I'm not gonna heavily edit things in the beginning. It might just be like cutting out some of the stuff. I realize I say more than I thought I did. Damn it. Again, oh god, what a horrible word. Sandbox and a shooter. So far in communities, multiplayer missions, no grinding, right? Grab your kit. Cool, that's dope. And like, I have to watch more games because I don't know as many games as I'd like to. Now I hear myself when I say and the fact that I just like did it rapid fire like that is just, geez. So I need a Snickers. God damn it! I hope you guys are really getting this as bad as I am. The worst is that now I'm like listening to myself. And so because I'm listening to myself, I'm hearing me say a lot more. So, but where I was big streamers are constantly trying to reinvent themselves, whether you see it or not. And like the bigger your machine gets, the less noticeable these changes are. But the changes are happening. They're always happening. There's something you could be doing better. Yeah, I'll totally check it. I'll try to check it out. I say I'll check a lot of things out. I still I'm 7 hours into a Valheim game. I really need to play that more. There's just so much. Yeah, and it gets annoying. And when you notice, like, this was throwing me off. Is that speech pepper that we use to let our brains catch up. Obnoxious, but hard. It is. It comes with prep too. I used to despise preparing my content, and now here I am with an episode that you know, we're piloting for the first time, and who knows what's going to happen. And the more I'm more comfortable, I think I get talking and doing this stuff, it really helps. And I do plan on framing out. So Kestrel, you don't know, I will message you soon with like a long message. Queenie, you the same. And whoever does want to come on next, and with kind of an idea, a framework for how the conversation is going to go, making sure that we're covering all the things you want to cover, making sure that we cover all the things that I potentially want to cover. And that way we're not, you know, we can have some stuff loaded in the hopper, but we're going to keep it very much organic and, you know, the conversation be the conversation. God damn it. I should never have talked about it. I should really never have talked about SEO. And like half ideas, which is kind of planning, is good too. As I was saying, like going into it raw, like this is not the final form of my stream. It never will be, because there's always going to be room to improve. I have to do something. I have to do something in order to know, can you get an counter? You can totally get an counter, but that would really, like, that would be the most trolliest of troll. That will throw me off. You can do it. I'm fine with it. Let's roll. Let's try. Maybe it'll force me to think more, or I'll find a new What do other people say then Like, ugh. I don't know. Silence maybe. I'm JK. Don't actually do that. I'm kidding. It'll be fun either way. God damn it, Pip! Get out of my head. Oh goodness. And so talk about different things that we're dealing with, continually growing. I'm going to continually scrapping stuff. And yeah, and they say Mew? Is that an Australia joke? Because it's like upside down and backwards? Or is that? Nah, I believe you guys too much. You bring too much intelligence to my chat room. And so it's an Australia joke. All right, cool. I read through it. I didn't speak through it. Oh goodness. And ooh, that was good. I changed the to an O. Good. Every time I hear it now. Oh god. I'll just come. Also, learning to give myself more slack. So I'm gonna let it go. If I say I say and stop obsessing over it. So yeah, I'm preparing a little bit more. That's exciting for me because I know I am in my own head now. I heard it again. I've heard it twice since then, but I'm gonna not flinch. So, and that's why, like, when I start to frame stuff up, yeah, it's Gabriel's take it as meditation moment. Yeah, a little bit of the more you guys bring it back up. All right, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. I should have drank. That would have maybe loosened me. Got me. Goosey goosey. But so I'm gonna constantly be tweaking things. That's all I'm trying to say. And everybody has to be doing it. There's always something we're working on. And it's not horrible to do it. What's horrible is when you have a minute-long clip. Now you're tweaking for TikTok. And you realize, because TikTok is all about seconds, that once you cut out all the times you said that minute-long clip was 42 seconds, then you're like, shit, I say too much, man. Because that is exactly what happened. Is I was trying to cut down this clip from TikTok, and I was saying every other fucking word, every other sentence. You gotta stop saying the F word as much, which is hilarious because my mother told me to do. She was mad because I was doing clips, and it's just, you know what? If I want to collab all the and make it streamer content, I should. I thought about it too. I could do that. There's definitely enough in this stream that'll have a plenty of content. Pausing for the right word is as impactful as the word itself. Agreed. TikTok is a huge challenge because content is delivered in an entirely different way. I'm not convinced that my content is meant to succeed on TikTok. And that's really hard for me. I'm convinced that the content I'm making might be more suitable for shorts on YouTube. I haven't tried it, but I think the audience is more appropriate for it. And I know that I need to work on just having a presence on YouTube in general. So I think that's where I'm going to go with that stuff. And then TikTok, about what content is meant to succeed. The algo baffles you, saying. So for reals, TikTok is just length of time, interactions, and thinking about the content that gets you that. So I don't make this content. The reason I know, like, I'm like kind of so comfortable with my TikTok presence, teenagers dancing in their underwear and flooding the algo. So like, it doesn't have to be teenagers. It could be grown adults shaking their hoo-has and whatever. Those thirst traps. But the thing is like, you know, there's a thirsty population, and those videos, they do get looped and they get watched. And so that happens frequently. And they're getting their view time. There's also the short videos, there's the impactful videos. And it is a huge challenge to get the watch time that you need in order to grow on TikTok. And which is why the trends are fun, because like the trends are funny, and if you're one of the first person in your group, right? Because we're all on different sides of the algorithm. So this is important to understand. I think I actually figured out the TikTok algorithm. I'm just not playing by the rules because I've I choose not to. Is if you have videos then that like are trends, one they're pretty good short form content, they have something to laugh about most of the time, they're snarky, and then you have your side, right? That side of TikTok you share with people. Much like Twitch is a place to build communities and find communities of people who are like you and into the same stuff you're in or interest you in some way, and those communities have mutual interests. Like, I'm glad y'all are here and most of you are streamers, and like there's something that's in common about all that, and I think that's really cool and powerful. God damn it, so in my head. Oh goodness. And so there's something really powerful about that. TikTok's the same way. You have your bubble. Now you don't know what's crazy about the TikTok algorithm is you don't know like who else is on your side of TikTok. And I've started to find some people who I think are on my side of TikTok. And I know some of them are more successful for certain reasons. It's how they present themselves. It's how they present content. Again, getting that watch time. But those are the things that are really successful. And so like if you want to blow up on TikTok, I guarantee you, like if you started doing trends all the time really early and doing them well, you probably have some traction. If you did some stuff like stare into my eyes, here, we'll do one. You know what? Let's make a TikTok. Just gonna have to move my microphone too. Hey, TikTok. Look into my eyes. Let's have a staring contest. Now, I don't know if I'm near as beautiful as half the people having these staring contests, but I can try. I think I have decent eyes. How are my eyes? And I think there's a lot of different things you can do that makes your content more successful on there. But I think what I realize is that the content that is that successful, I'm not rubbing the back of my tongue pit, but yes. And I was like, I think I know what they're talking about, and that's as far as I'll go. Oh my god, the internet is a wild, wild, wild place. But yeah, you can do these things, right? And that can really kind of hack views. But I want to grow a community. I want to grow a community of people who are roamers, who are trying to learn to do stuff, who struggle with wanting to be real to themselves and having set real expectations. And so that's why I'm doing this now, is one, to like share people's other stories, share that roam. Posting for fun, less effort, it gets better. Yeah, and you know what? If you post a lot, the algo loves that. Posting a lot is part of the problem. Oh my god. This hat has like a little phrase on it, and it's just like eating at my head. I only feel it when I have the headset on. There we go, I'll make the headset taller. That'll help. And it's just stabbing me, man. And so feeding the algo is super helpful. You get in front of more people, it gets more traction, all of that works. The viral growth, so when people hit the follow button on TikTok, they get hit with like everything you're making. Like that's your most valuable time, is when you're getting followed to do something more. Because then if they interact, you can get into their side of TikTok. Because there's people that I follow that I don't even see anymore. I follow 170 people and I don't see a lot of their content anymore. Sometimes I go and scroll through and see if they're still posting. Some of them very much are, and they've fallen off of my side of TikTok, and I'll have to like go and scroll through following now in order to kind of pull them back into my FYP because they fell off. Or there's a reason they fell off, and that's totally fine too. And so it's interesting to really think about. So all these platforms have different purposes. So like Thursday, I plan on talking a little bit about Instagram. I need to post more on Instagram. I don't post at all. I don't post really at all. And so there's a lot of different Instagram styles, things that you can do to succeed. And what I'm going to do is focus on something super low tech that I know is going to get me some return value. It might not get me a lot, but it's going to get me some return value. And that's going to be templating some posts that I can make repetitiously that look and feel the same. It'll be like a Tuesday template so that I can do the water cooler announcements and show the brands and show all that off and kind of, get some hype around that. There's going to be something for Thursday and talking about that, and it'll be templatable. So what I'm trying to do is build these things that will let me spend 10 minutes making content instead of 2 hours. So I can do more with that less. And then like that 10 minutes, can I do it in 5 seconds? And you know what? Maybe I'm wasting my time with some Instagram, but you kind of need a presence everywhere. And then that's going to start to help. Like I want that'll funnel into my Twitter. Instagram's linked to my Facebook, so it'll make my Facebook more active. As much as I don't want to get involved in Facebook gaming, like just having a community there, like you have to build all these pods because people consume content. And so like if I push my content much more frequently on Facebook, I would probably get much more of my friends and family into this chat. And that's not a bad thing. But they'd have to jive with my community. But I don't even use Facebook at this point either. People use Facebook. So that's one thing to remember is your people are everywhere. They might just not be on the one platform you need them to be on. So you got to go find them, cast lots of hooks. And there's automations and things that are available to make this super. And so like Instagram, which links within Facebook and Twitter, lets you post on 3 places all at once. Not sure do it, not necessarily, and in fact, probably not. But if an Artemis, this goes to the whole shit posting on TikTok idea, posting not at all versus posting something, which is better. And so I'm gonna start building myself little pieces to this machine that will let me post as much as possible on as many platforms as possible. Because I have a volume problem right now. I am not in enough places at enough times. If I solve my volume problem, then I can return back and start to talk about quality. And then I can say, okay, you know, what does my Instagram need to be now that I've systematized and established a way to post consistently? What does my Facebook presence need to be now that I can? What does my TikTok presence? Does this Reels? What does Shorts? What does, all of them? And really get that swell so that I can then use that momentum to start building more and more off of. And ideally, you know, as I get a larger following and as I grow the channel, I'll be able to have more resources. And so then there'll be things like, let's see, people know of Hootsuite, I think, which any of these are probably fine. I just know Hootsuite from back in the day. And so this was a software, let's big view here. And so what you can do with these tools is start to schedule your posts. And I like this. I like this a lot. Zoom in. So I can have a calendar. I can say what, when. I can now use that multi-purpose of content and be targeted and specific with it. And there's way more platforms. Don't just go to Hootsuite because that's the one I'm talking about. I have to shop around. In fact, we'll probably shop around one day on this, maybe on Thursday. I'm not buying one yet because I'm not hitting the volume mark. I need to figure out how to make this much content, and then I can unlock something like this. Let's see, what's a professional? $50 a month, so it ain't cheap. But it lets you do 10 social accounts, unlimited post, all your messages in one inbox, so you can start to comment and react to a bunch of different things. You'll notice TikTok is not on here, and that's problematic because I want to be on TikTok. Social media tool. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm spending that kind of money with Discord and Meeseeks just to run the Discord, and I'm getting much more return out of that in my head. Buffer is another one. I've used Buffer before, actually. And so I need to find one that's gonna have better. So free Buffer, basic publishing, landing page, see all features, up to 3 social channels. So maybe we'll start here. But again, no TikTok. I don't know why these things don't have TikTok yet. They won't give out the API. Makes sense. Let's see, social media. Like Bloomly. Right, let's click the ad. Unpaid for money for this. So integrated with TikTok. What's the pricing for that? $25 a month, 2 users, 10 social accounts, an ad budget cap, which that's kind of silly. I'm not gonna spend money on ads yet. Once you get better, yeah, YouTube and TikTok consistency. See, and like, I'm not gonna let getting better on the editing hold me back, because that editing takes time. And so what I'm trying to do right now is figure out how much time can I cut out of this process. And you like you want to post stuff you're comfortable, but get to the point at where you're posting a bunch of content that you're comfortable with, and then you can always refine. Because my goal, if you start making money off of Google ads and Spotify listens on podcasts and Twitch ad revenue and subs and support and all these other streams, the $50 to $100 to $150 a month you might be making right now, if you're making that much and you're lucky enough to be, then that money can start to be reinvested in things that will go to stuff like this, that will go to stuff like maybe getting that editor. I know many streams have editors who go and kind of help the streamer get that stuff done, which honestly is a path I very much am excited to look into and consider. Join the video. Okay. And goodness, I'm just getting ready for Nerd, because Nerd's gonna be here any second, which I'm pretty pumped about. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. And so yeah, I want to start building this snowball, because I know that I'm not going to be able to make enough revenue today, but I should be able to make more revenue volume marks. And by doing that, then I can focus on making better content, because now I can editor, I can pay for some graphic design, I can pay for a better subscription to one of these things, and then I can spend more time thinking about the content I'm making, make more meaningful content, maybe upgrade some gear. I have a really sick upgrade. I cannot wait to talk about it. And like, you just kind of, I'm trying to choose where to spend my money so that I can get the biggest return possible without like completely blowing it. Like, people spend a lot of money on equipment. Hey, yo, Doc, what's up? Yo. By the way, if you are a follower on the channel, we have follower emotes live now, and they are all our mods. So if you have a favorite mod, by all means, go ahead, use them. They're fancy, they're great, they're there, all for your use. And so those are the many versions of Rome, which I'm pretty jazzed about. But I'm super pumped. Such a meta the meta mod. Miss everybody, and glad you're back, Pip. Glad the Scoop and Pip are back in our lives. More excited that you guys are back than I'm back. Put this here. Oh, there's Nerd. Let's see.
Yes, I did. Nerd.
Cappy Solo Link. What's good? Hold on, I gotta get you on screen.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Did you disappear on me?
I did on accident.
No, that's good. And hey,
no, Mike.
It's the Rome, man. We can mess around. Hold on. I feel like except for the fact that I'm just being a total noob.
Yeah, I'm perfect. Okay.
Beauty. All right. And how does there's NerdTitan Gaming? Let's get you right sized here. Wave to everyone. There's perfect. And then that on my screen, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up your chat, but unmute your chat. So.
All right, yeah, and you don't have to worry about stream sniping, because for what it's worth, we're not playing any games. Can everybody hear Nerd? Okay, that's going to be important for me. Might have to.
If not, I can boost my audio a little.
All right. Yeah,
I'm punching through a mixer, so like I can do a lot of different things.
Right. Stellar says hello, and he can hear you. So awesome.
Perfect. How you doing, Stellar? I see an Artemis is in here too. My second favorite Scotsman.
All right. Well, for those of you who do not know NerdTitan, here he is. He and I go way back to, I guess, the beginning of my stream days, really, because we both met in Juan's community. Yeah. And Nerd and I are both community ambassadors over there. The reason I invited Nerd is he has an amazing graphic talent, even though he's going to tell you he doesn't.
I don't.
And he does really amazing work. And I think talking graphics and brand is something that many streamers consider, and there's a lot to consider. And he's done a pretty good job, and he's worked on scenes and graphics for other folks. And I feel like, you know, if I'm going to be talking about this, why not invite somebody I know who does a really great job, and share a little bit of history. So Nerd, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. Just got done with dinner.
Cool.
Drinking some nitro cold brew. It looks like beer because it's in my beer glass, but it's not.
But it's not beer. I have my Wawa tea, but
it's not. This is my where's this from? It's from Grandstand. I don't remember where. Denver beer.
Denver Beer Co?
Yeah, it's from some festival.
Okay.
That we went to years and years ago. I think it was like 2009 or something.
Yeah, Denver represent.
Pints for prostates.
Pints for prostates. Okay, I dig that.
Yeah, and I don't remember.
What's your go-to brew?
My go-to brew, it's different, match the season. So I will always be a porter or a stout fan. I just love dark beers. But I also like a half. I like a good IPA. It matters my mood.
Yeah.
Mood.
Awesome. So I think first most important question is let's hear about your roam. What brought you into the world of streaming, and how did you get all caught up with graphic design for people?
So what got me into streaming? So NerdTitan is some of you guys have heard the story. 10 years ago, 12 years ago, NerdTitan wasn't a streaming platform. NerdTitan was a magazine, an online magazine and a print magazine. Interviewed cosplayers. We did interviewed gaming developers, anything pop culture. So we wanted to have a site like Nerdist, things like them, where they like interview people and talk to people. If you remember G4 TV,
yeah,
we wanted something like that. But at the time, 10, 12 years ago, streaming wasn't that big. Like, people weren't consuming their data in video format like we do today.
Oh yeah.
They were still consuming it in print, reading, Facebook, websites, and so forth. So we ultimately knew streaming was on the horizon, and video production was on the horizon, but it wasn't what we weren't there yet. NerdTitan kind of didn't fizzle, but kind of got the back burner. I moved around, work got in the way. My partners went off and did their own thing, so NerdTitan kind of fizzled away.
You were more in a cocoon of sorts.
Yeah, kind of. And so the pandemic happened, and I was like, I want to bring NerdTitan back. And I looked at the different avenues I could do that, and streaming was the next step, because for one, I love playing video games. Like, I love story-driven crafting and stuff like that. And I knew with my 20 years of a graphic design, web development, IT background, that I could bring help to people that needed it.
And so
that's...
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And it's kind of cool because, I remember growing up and opening up Nintendo Power magazines and just that was how we consumed, was just through digital media that wasn't video. And then all of a sudden this happened, and you find different ways to connect.
And I think that we'll keep on evolving. I think that with the metaverse, I guess we're calling it now.
Yeah,
I think that we'll be more evolving in that direction as well. I'll go more into it later, but we have more things that are going to be. NerdTitan is more of helping people grow, and I don't mean it in that follow for follow or that bad way. I mean it that if you need help with a logo question, panels, overlays, whatever, I'm there to help as much as I can. I can kind of lead you to where you need to be. And we can go more in depth on this a little later on, but like so I've been doing graphic design professionally since 2000, but like knowledge wise, I think that I opened up Photoshop for the first time in 1998.
Okay. What version was that?
That was like Photoshop 5, not CS5, but 5.
All right.
Like back when Illustrator wasn't even around, it was PageMaker, like in Quark Express, and and I don't mean like, I know people that have been using Photoshop for a year that are better than me. I don't like, my 20 years doesn't mean anything. It just means that I've had an opportunity to learn a little longer.
Yeah. Well, it's like experience is all relative. You can like 1 year of, working on client contracts and being like sleeves rolled up in it all day versus 1 year tinkering.
Yeah.
Adds up differently. And it's cool. So, my story with Juan is like the reason I got so involved was I figured the best way to learn to stream was to just sit in a help section all day and like help people. And I feel like that's how we came across paths. But we all have different expertise. Like I'm not a graphic designer. I know how to use those tools, but I know much more what I want things to look like. Where you do have audio and graphic expertise.
Yeah,
I think stands out.
I'm an audio snob. I'll tell you that way. I'm an audio snob.
Yeah.
I want my audio to sound the way I want it to sound. And right now, I don't even think my audio, like I go back and I listen to my streams, which I suggest all of you do. Go back. We are performers. So think about football, soccer, whatever. And you want to go back and look at your previous play. You want to go back and that's my soapbox right there.
So when it comes to graphics and brand, what are like the number, what is like the biggest things you think an early streamer needs to focus on when it comes to getting set up?
Okay, so, and I hate to say this because graphic design is my business and it is my I think a logo should be on the back burner. Our face, if you look at all my branding, yes, I have the NerdTitan gaming and I have the orange and stuff. But if you look at all my social media platforms, it's my face. I want them to know that when they see me on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's my face. So when they come into my stream, they match a face with a face. But knowing that eventually when you're on that journey, a logo will be needed. You'll need it. Like, it'll come. So like, and Stellar, with audio, you're only as good as your weakest piece of audio.
Yeah.
Like my microphone is a Rode Pod mic and I love my Rode. Like I love it. Like I will promote them until the day I die.
I feel like we all get handsies with our microphones at times. It's a love affair, really.
That's why I have if you notice, you can't really see mine because the lighting is not that good. Mine has what they call a windscreen on it. So I can't blow into it. I can grab it and hold it. It allows me to adjust it a lot better. But that's why. In the Wave 3, don't get me started on the Wave 3. It has great software. But deep down in the microphone core, it's just a condenser microphone.
But yeah, I think one of the things though too is like we're all making do with what we can. Everything is duct tape, and that's like I don't know. There's so many people who jump in like both feet, spend a ton of money on stuff that they don't understand. Like understanding audio will cost you $1,000 because once you know, then there's shit to buy.
It's like someone who has wireless headphones that are white.
I don't use them really. They're just on for show, so people know I'm a streamer.
Mine are corded and they only cost $12.
Yeah, this is usually my when I have Discord speech up and I'm still doing the show, and it's way easier than the foot pedal. But it also, I only got it primarily because I was doing the Ring Fit stream and I needed to be fully cordless. And so
we need to do that. We need to do a Ring Fit co-stream.
Yeah, We can make it happen. Saturday in
Yeah.
Sweat with Nerd.
Yeah, because I have Ring Fit.
Dude, that game will kick your ass. Like
It does. I haven't done it in months. I did it like when I got it, and I just haven't done it again.
Yeah.
See, Switch right here. You even got my Switch. It never leaves me.
Man, did you get the update with N64 and
No, I
Sega
did not.
yet? I got it. I'm not disappointed. I hear everyone with the button mapping. I hear them. I think everything's playable. Like if you want to really objectively look at it, if you've never played Ocarina of Time before,
I haven't.
get out of here.
I haven't. There came a set of years that I wasn't playing video games at all.
The golden ages? The golden
When did Ocarina of Time come out?
That was when did Ocarina come out? I think 2002. I'm talking out of my ass though.
Yeah, let's look. 1998.
Okay. I'm not upset about my guess.
No, I'm not either. But I was already off to college. I was in college.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair. College woke me up to a different universe of gaming. That's where I played COD and Guitar Hero. I don't know if you slapped a bass.
I was playing a lot of Guitar Hero then, like in college. So, and how to drink the fastest and the more equivalent.
Yeah,
because at that time I went to University of New Orleans.
Okay, NOLA's a good spot. So, favorite spot in NOLA then?
Favorite bar, or favorite spot? Like I have I was never on.
I know you're not. We're not talking Bourbon Street. Come on.
No, Decatur.
Yeah. Get that out of here.
Decatur or Magazine. Like I was on both.
Okay. Yeah. No, I love NOLA. I'm just a big jazz fan. So it's like
Jazz Fest is one of my like if I'm gonna go during like a party like a season party, it's gonna be Jazz Fest. It's not gonna be any of the other time.
My chat. I'm like, so we have a lot of non-Zelda players here. More than 15 of any Zelda.
I couldn't get into Breath of the Wild. Like, I have a trouble with the controller. So, like, I'll show you my controller. I've sold out and I have the Pro controller.
Okay.
But I always forget the button mapping. So I have to remap the buttons for every game. Because here's my PS4 controller that I use for my PS4.
Did you turn all your games to PS4 games, basically? I
do. Like, I just remap them to PS4. And then I would get my Xbox controller, but it's in the other room.
Jazz Fest was canceled. I hate COVID. Set us free. Free. I mean,
I'm about to go get my booster this week. So
awesome. Yeah, follow restrictions, but set us free. I guess. I haven't got my booster yet. I had Moderna. I got it in May, I think.
Yeah, I got mine in May. I think we got ours around the same time.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's time, but
it is basically I think 6 months.
Okay.
But yeah, so
yeah, we gotta wind back and go to where we left off. I'm pretty good at remembering how we got off the trail, but I let us roam.
Yeah, you let us roam. Yeah.
And so it was Brand. You were talking about using your face rather than a logo.
Yeah, I do have a logo, and I'm not 100% happy with it, but it's there. If you look at like my branding, it's there. Mm-hmm. But my brand is me. Like what I can bring to the table and what I try to do, and the things that we do have planned for the future. The website, NerdTitans at its core will eventually come back. Like the original, like magazine. Like it won't be a magazine because if it's a magazine, it'll be like a digital one.
Yeah.
Because dealing with print, oh god, I can tell you horror stories about dealing with print. Like printing a magazine is one of the most complicated. I want to put a bullet in my head just thinking about it.
Well, I would see like objectively, like with what I know about just print, like if you wanted to print, you would print special releases for things like E3 and to be able to pepper out and keep them simple. And then like the website, you'd be using the content to do like SEO and bring people to you. Mm-hmm. Like I want to digitize my scripts to these videos and get them embedded on a YouTube somewhere because that just helps you get searched more.
So
Yeah.
my plan is the plan that I have is I'm going to upload all my streams to YouTube, but I'm going to categorize them into what game they are.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's the first playthrough, second playthrough, first yada yada. Then on the website, I'm going to have those categories. So when you click on that category, it goes to YouTube.
Okay.
It literally will just go to YouTube because that'll be a click through.
Mm-hmm.
And those backlinks are important when you have a website.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. And then the website's going to have things like our next year we'll have DMCA free music launching. We'll have overlays and panels.
Awesome. And so that's going to be so you can purchase straight from you and get
no purchase.
No purchase, even better. Look at you.
Yeah. So like, ultimately, like if you want something custom, if you want something very unique, you can contact me and we'll work together to do something. But I'm not going to have, because it annoys me that like if you go to Streamlabs, I'm going to throw it out there for an example, but they're all the same. They all look the same. You can customize them to be unique, but it's still like the theme is there, and Bob the streamer can have the same theme as you.
I don't know if you were here the last time, but I was ranting about that too. It's just like these are like they're different colors, they're different palettes, but they all feel the same. They all are made of the same gestures and things, and it's why when you go on channels, it looks the same everywhere because it's easy.
Yeah,
I think it's. Though I will say, I do think it's important that like if you are getting started, it's okay to use one of these things to like leapfrog you. But after that, like evolving past it is so important.
Yeah, like I couldn't find an overlay that I liked that would give me the look that I wanted, that like cyberpunky, like Blade Runner-esque look with clean lines. Couldn't find it, so I made it myself. Like, and it's not the greatest overlay, but it's kind of thrown together as fast as I could. Yes, cosplay. This is why he wanted it.
Yeah, calling me out. You calling me out, man? This
what is good for?
Yeah. Thank you for the tip, bruh. Big shout out to Cosplay. Told us how to make this happen without having to dink around with Discord, farting out all day long. So
it's nice. Like
I appreciate you.
This is something that I'm gonna post up in my Discord because I wanted to test it first.
Yeah. Let me be the test dummy. But how's it going, Cosplay? Last stream in Smash Bros. This is my stream. Okay.
Everyone, go out and check out Cosplay Fitness.
Yes. Great streamer. If you love Smash Bros, he'll tell you what to do with your main. And sorry, I have an extra little free hands now. I'm like set up with this new desk that we designed. I actually commandeered my dining room table because it doesn't fit in our new kitchen. I don't know what equipment is in your stream setup that shouldn't be there.
My desk is a 1950s retro kitchen table that belongs to my wife.
Kitchen table gang.
It's pink, and it's only 38 inches wide.
30. That's not bad. That's deep.
And it's a square. It's one of the old school square, like high top. Mm-hmm. But the problem is my main monitor is a 32-inch 1080p television, and I have a vertical 24. So like, I'm maximizing everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's you figure it out though. The last desk I was on was maybe 4 foot by 2 foot deep, and I had things like hanging and suspended. Now I have all this real estate like wide, which you guys should be able to see. I just ordered. I'm really excited about this, nerd. I just ordered a 10-foot USB extender so I could get my other camera onto the opposite side of the room, so that I can get a shot of behind the scenes. And that's I'm going to be using that for most of my like starting soon and stuff like that. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. What's one improvement you've made to your stream most recently that you're just like so hype, or one that you're about to make that you're really hype about?
I think trying to think. I've been pretty set up for a while now. I have Stream Deck, I have capture card. What I use for my audio is a Behringer UMC audio adapter with a Mackie mixer, but I also have a Focusrite that is good for like, I use that as my Firefox capture,
Mhm.
and I make OBS listen to it, but doesn't broadcast it. So like when you're about to raid someone, I can at least go to their stream, pop it up, and I'm not doing what I like the audio noise. I don't hear their stream. My viewers don't hear their stream, basically.
Yeah. Dude, audio is so tricky, and that's like the reason I'm using Twitch Studio right now is because I haven't like I got that link, by the way. I just downloaded the OBS add-in, so I'm really jazzed to kind of test breaking all this stuff out and getting some real control.
What I do like about the Twitch music is that it's I can literally there's like a little soundtrack info. I like that. Like I really like that. And if I see a song that I like, it gives me options to go get it. Like, but there's things I do like about it. Each one, I think, between Pretzel, Stream Beats, and soundtrack, they all have their pros and they all have their cons. The stuff that we will be doing, the stuff I'm going to be doing, and I haven't even named it yet. I've only written 2 tracks. It'll be probably released next year sometime. I'm shooting for February, but don't quote me on that one.
You just quoted yourself. This is a live stream. Clip it.
I know.
Clip it. No.
But I'm hoping for February, like around Valentine's Day.
That's dope.
The first album, I guess I'm going to do them based on how long they are. So like, it'll be about a 2-hour album. So like, because that's what I've noticed. The shortest stream I've ever seen someone do that's really streaming is 2 hours. Yeah. So like, I don't want the songs to have to repeat, and I'm gonna make it so like it mixes together.
I appreciate that, because that was like I was using Harris Heller's Stream Beats forever. That's I think all of us were. Yeah. It was just like you hear the same song all the time, and he's like he had my intro song basically. Because I'd hit play, and I'd hit play on that, and I was just like, that was the music that entered in, which I need to get to, but not that.
What I did was I have Spotify, and I made my own playlist, which has my intro song in it, which is just a Harris Heller song, and then it goes into the whatever ambient or whatever I've decided for that day, or whatever I've been playing for the moment. Like I've been doing a lot of like Valheim, so it's the ambient. So like it varies, but that's what I end up doing. And I agree with Kestrel there. They all sound familiar. Yeah. But that's why I'm going to be doing themes. Like if you go look at like audio sites that aren't directed to streamers, they're directed towards like the music industry or thank you, Pep. Or they're directed to filmmakers. They're all by theme. They're not by like an album name. It's by like a theme, like sci-fi, cyberpunk, dark, broody, like, and that's what I'm gonna do.
And I feel like that's what he tried to do with his, but it just there's not enough variety there to make it tell a story. Like music, like good albums tell a story, and there's a flow and a pace and a rhythm to them.
Yeah.
And I just feel like his stuff is largely consistent.
I think when he evolved to having Ryan, who does all the music making or some of the music making, I think they went to the album format, like musician format.
Yeah.
But I love Stream Beats.
99 Lives. The only one. Which one's that? Is that another musician?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to send that to me, Stellar.
Yeah, well, I'm always down to check somebody else out.
Yeah.
And it's like, so for me, the Twitch soundtrack is what I use for the reasons that you said. Like, it does give people good set information. It's really easy to use. It clips right out of my VOD. So it's like very set and forget. And where I'm at with my audio capabilities is exactly what I need. But I want to be able to layer in and layer out audio and do 100 different things. I just wasn't there. And like, that's, you know, I find that I struggle with being human with my expectations with my channel. Is that something, like, what's something that you struggle with?
Oh, I struggle with a lot of the, like just like, what do you call it? Can't think of the name for it now. Like, I deal with, like, that's why I have all these ideas for creating content. It's just, I just end up not doing it. I either get too busy or I just think that it's not good enough quality wise. There's a various things that, but like the more I do it, the more of the reasons that I make up in my own head that they just fade away.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, like, we're fighting that invisible monster that is ourselves. And that's a lot of that's the major reason I started this. Was I know that animal. I deal with imposter syndrome in my job right now every fucking day. And it's like you just have to get used to like accepting. I think it's like an accepting reality thing. Like you have a family bigger than I. You got 2 twins and they're adorable.
Dad versus dad. Yeah.
Dad's squared. And there's so many things that divide our time that perfect is not only is perfect not achievable if we had time, perfect wouldn't be achievable if we anyway. And so we got to be realistic with what we can produce and what we can make, and be comfortable sending it. I think, at least in my head.
Where is I literally had a light sitting on my desk for like a month now because I've been talking about making a TikTok about it, because I don't know, behind my chair I have the new Weir lights, the small ones that are like 3x5, and they're powered by USB. It's velcroed to the back of my chair to light up my green screen behind me, because you end up getting my lights. I have the new Weir stick lights, and my chair casts a shadow on the green screen. So I have a light velcroed to the back of my chair, and it runs down to my computer and just USBs in.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I've
been meaning to make a TikTok about it.
There you go. More content. It's all content. How do you like your chair? I'm chair shopping right now.
Oh, this one I got on Amazon. It's just like a Chinese knockoff of it squeaks. I don't know if you can hear it, but it squeaks. That's the only downside.
I'm sitting on a triangular shaped stool.
Oh God, I would be in brutal pain.
I sit on this thing 10 hours a day.
I would be.
You have to have the best posture in the universe.
You're inhuman.
The only reason I'm not completely fat is because I need to have a magnificent core to sit in this chair all day long.
Yeah, I'm fat. I have a dad bod. I had a dad bod before I was a dad.
Hey, it was foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Oh man. We just watched Dune. Have you caught any of that yet?
Yes, I have. I can't wait for the next one. I was a huge Dune reader as a child or as a teen. So the things that they changed, I am behind. So I don't want to give spoilers for those who have not seen it, but as a fan that have read majority of the books, they did well. They did very well. I wish they would have done like a double release. I don't want to have to wait another year, year and a half now for it. But Dennis, the director, Dennis Villeneuve, I can't pronounce his last name, but he did phenomenal. I think he did phenomenal. But he also did the new Blade Runner, which that was visually phenomenal. It falls under that world building that I like a lot.
Yeah, I felt the movie was really good. I hadn't watched the original or read the books. We watched the original right after finished watching the other ones. They're both on HBO. No spoilers, but I found it good. If you're a Zendaya fan, you're going to be disappointed. She didn't have a very large part.
But Shuri, that's her role. She doesn't really. You really don't really get to know her and who she is until that second half. Yeah. So we're at the pre-climax of that first book. So you really don't get to really see her. Yeah. Or really as a character until much during what we're going into. So the next movie, you'll get more of her.
And I'm excited about that. Is like there's still so much room for character development, and so that's going to add a layer. What I liked about the new movie is there is a ton of foreshadowing all throughout of it, but they're really elegant, I think, and subtle in a way. It's like, this is going to be important, but you're not exactly sure how important or what it is. And I feel like they could have done any sort of character development with Paul Atreides.
But I agree with Kestrel here. The Timothy Chalamet, I think visually he was a good choice for Paul. but I think that they missed the mark on his development, his character development.
And maybe that's something that they'll do kind of in tandem in the second movie. It just because it is I feel like you get enough of his character to know he's just like the young Duke who has responsibility that he doesn't understand. He was raised in a way that was atypical, and that he still is in finding himself as much as we're finding him.
Yeah, true.
We're talking about Dune Stellar. We're being purposely vague because the movie's relatively new.
Yeah. I don't like to give spoilers. Like, if you love a good sci-fi movie, go watch a movie called Battleship.
Battleship? Then I don't think I saw Battleship, and I can't imagine it was any good.
Call it something else. Don't call it Battleship. Call it Alien Space Invasion, and it's a great movie.
Boats and aliens. Boats versus aliens.
Yeah. Yeah. Call it anything else, but we don't go into like it's a.
Find the lie.
Castro knows me too well.
So back to design.
Yeah.
Back to design. We talked logos, we talked scenes, and kind of finding people's own path with that. When you're talking with somebody about design, what are some of the things you look to learn about them and their brand, and how do you try to bring that to life?
So, like, literally, let's say you wanted me to design you new overlays. I would literally dive into every one of your VODs, all of your content, no matter what, your TikToks, your YouTubes, your Twitches, your Twitters, and try to find out what makes you you and figure that out, because your brand, your visual brand, because branding is so big that like your visual brand needs to represent who you are in just a few seconds, like literally just looking at it, like it needs to really visualize who you are. And that takes me getting to know what your message is or what your voice is. And that's why I struggle with a brand on myself, because I have no clue what my voice is yet.
Well, and I find, so some of this, I think, like, I was excited about this chat because I feel like there's a lot we can riff back and forth on.
Yeah.
And like my whole philosophy is just like rip it and pray, where you have this expectation, I think, a little bit of making it perfect. What if your content creator hasn't made any content yet? That is a good question.
I would tell them the whole... Oh, yeah, that is Pandora. That is really hard because back when I first started, I didn't have a logo. I didn't have overlays. I think I streamed on my console, on my Xbox, for the first month. No cam, no, like, I just was chilling. And then I realized that people need to connect with you. And the best way to connect is if they can see your face or see something that represents you. Yeah, that's his wheelhouse. Yeah, Castro.
And that's a great question to keep too. And you do want to, so I guess I'll share even too, and maybe you can share about, because NerdTitan wasn't your face out of the gate. It was a little bit different. And so like, I have this W, man, that I don't think I can ever get away from. We talk about the Rome. The Rome is like so emblematic as a tagline. But the W that I fixed on for right out the gate with working, was like, I had this idea, like, everybody wants a W, they want to win. And so there was a lot of mentality behind picking the letter W. And then the style that I picked with orange is a warm, comforting color. The pinks, these are all things that I wanted to kind of, be disarming and accessible. Yep. You're orange too.
There's a psychology of color behind it.
Yeah. I thought a little bit about why I did what I did, but I didn't realize how much of the Rome I was going to lean into at the time. And so now I have this letter that doesn't mean anything related to the Rome aspect.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the soul searching of, do I want to change my logo now? But it's crazy. like in my travels, one of the first things Juan said to me on stream before I was even in his Discord was he's like, you're the guy with the W, right? And McQueeb had done that to me. And I was like, fuck, I have picked actually such a good logo that I'm so afraid to change it. I think now is the kind of getting close to the time though. I don't know what your take is on my logo.
I like your W because you were the first, I don't want to call small streamer because I loathe that word because we're all streamers.
Yeah.
We're just on a path. We're on a highway, and some of us get off too soon, and some of us get off when we're supposed to, and some of us get to our destination. So we're all streamers. So like you were the first one that had great branding right out of the get-go, but you have an eye for design. And not everyone does have. And there's no shame in that. That's why people hire people like me.
Yeah. Well, and that's you there is a lot of that, and like that's I came from the design world, so I knew a couple of the things I was looking for. And I spent like $40 on my brand package out the gate, and I changed everything but the W almost even the colors.
Yeah.
But it was
my logo's evolved like 1,000 times. Like,
oh man. And it's supposed to. And so I'm excited, unless you're Coca-Cola, which I don't know how they landed on something that they could keep so consistent with.
They paid they have a typographical logo, and that's actually a script that someone actually designed. It actually holds up to a lot of psychology and things like that. That their logo was designed back in the day when things were very. When you did a logo, you did it by hand. You did it on a grid, and you did it with a lot of science behind it, and a lot of like what do you call it? Focus groups and stuff like that. And it's changed. It's evolved. There's no shame in evolving a logo. Look at Apple. Apple originally started with a Newton graphic, but when they got the Apple, it was a rainbow. It's been beveled. It's been black and white. It's changed. It evolves over time. So your logo could evolve over time.
Okay. Well, and I think it should, right? Like especially for folks like us in the streaming universe, where we know we're going through these evolutions, to maintain a consistent logo is again the same as maintaining consistent scenes and consistent layouts. You're not challenging yourself enough to break away from the comforts that the things you did before set you up.
Exactly.
Everything I think you and I have done up until this point has been awesome to get us where we are today. But we have to be asking ourselves, what can we improve in order to get better and further?
And I would literally, like, by listening, like, literally, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do. Like I said before, I listen, I go back and I watch, I skim through my my past VODs, and I realize, okay, I need to talk here more, I need to monologue here more, or I'm tired of looking at that branding. Maybe I'll change it up. Maybe I'll add a little color here. Maybe change the colors a little bit here, or move this around. That's why if you saw my graphic design stream, the overlay changed for graphic design, because I wanted to be able to have my Photoshop Illustrator as a scene, as a source, as well as a browser window. Because a lot of times when I'm designing, like that flyer I did, I was looking at her website, ripping the content from the website. So I wanted people to see that, like, this is actually what we do. We look at some sort of content that's been sent over, designed already, and we basically just copy paste, and we just change the layout.
I spent all day trying to figure out how I wanted to do this conversation, and there's something about the layout that I have right now that I really like. I'm not convinced that this is the right answer for a dialogue between two folks, and so probably no one but me is noticing this, but I have been spending a ton of time trying to figure out what the correct way to face my face. So
My problem is, if I look over here, if I look at my Discord monitor, which has my Discord OBS, my monitoring monitor, I'm looking away from my camera. But if I look at my game screen, I look straight at it. So I have to remind myself to look at the camera, because my camera is like right there. And if you ever see me look over here, I have a laptop that is my mod laptop. It basically allows me to, if I need to listen to my audio that's being live streamed, I can listen to it right there.
Okay, yeah.
So since I don't have a lot of desk space, I have desk mounted like aluminum laptop stand, my mic stand. Everything is like can be mounted to my desk because I couldn't Velcro stick anything to my desk because it's a vintage table.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been thinking about like how this is laid out. There's things I like about it. There's things I don't. I do want to redesign all my scenes. I really like this minimal aesthetic that I have going on.
Yeah, I like minimal, as you can tell.
Yeah, less is absolutely more. And then if I were to hide your face, there's a board behind it now. So thinking about that, I don't know if I'm in love with it yet. There's going to be a bookcase behind me.
You know you could green screen that board.
So you read my brain. Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I don't even need a TV. I had this big honking TV up on the wall. I just need to paint a rectangle or use a whiteboard.
Yeah, as long as you mask it out right and you don't move your camera at all, like it would always be right there, and then you can change it up, like have your social medias rotating through like a GIF or a video file.
Yeah, right. You get out of my head, you. So I've been thinking about that, and then even just like, it's like I love that I have my like logo, like my handles. I don't know how valuable that actually is. Like, there's so many things that I think are part of stream meta culture because of the templates that everybody gets.
If you look at mine's down on my bottom right, and I don't, or bottom right, like I have my camera inverted because I have an issue where my mic comes out of. I like my mic to come at a certain angle, and I don't think anyone sees it, like for one, and you physically have to type it in. I think what works better is to have it on I use Stream Elements. I have it on a rotator. It just reminds people. I even have like when I'm live, I have my Stream Deck, which has commands on it that I can broadcast it out.
And having a clickable link versus typable, like no one's gonna type PB whatever the heck my Discord.
You should change that to a custom one that's working from Rome.
I think I can do that now. I wasn't able to before.
Yeah.
Something. Maybe I can.
Let me check. I don't know how many people.
Someone's gonna go claim it. Now I got to do it because some troll on the interwebs is gonna go steal my link. I don't even know how to do it.
I don't either. You'd have to talk to Juan.
I think you need to have. I think you need to have like a level 3 boosty in order to get a custom URL. So all in the works one day. But yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass to have something like that. It's not user friendly. I am all about user experience, user interface, and I'm like so constantly thinking about like, okay, if we start like doing this kind of format, like, do I leave sound alerts on? Probably not. They're on right now. Don't tease me.
What you could do, and this is just a suggestion, I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is make specific sound alerts for this overlay that are very minimalistic. Maybe like a very short sound, like a boop boop boop, dee 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 dee, something that's not super like intrusive to a conversation. Or I would even disable RAID sound alert, but still have the pop up, like still have the animated so people can see it on their screen.
I dig that.
But something very simple, maybe like right up the upper left hand corner, so it kind of just slides out and then slides back.
Yeah.
But again, something that's super not intrusive to the conversation, because you could be talking something in depth or somebody could be going on a tangent. And you don't want that noise, the audio noise, to interfere with the conversation. But that's just me.
Yeah, starts looking at channel points to redeem that are obnoxious as possible. Yeah, spit. This is who I choose for my mods. More chaos, more fun. But you have more money. And so then, like,
but always talking's free. Last time I checked.
Unless it's a consultation, you get that free consultation. Get that free consult. I also even thinking about is chat. So like you asked me and I didn't answer yet, and I'm a jerk for not doing it. It's like, who is my favorite streamer? I don't have a favorite streamer. I'll be real. But there's a lot of streamers I do watch. Knackers, Naackers. He does his Crocs and Pod. He's changing the name of it. A podcast on Tuesdays where he has his bots and mods basically say, I'm ignoring chat and we're going to have this conversation. And so I was even thinking, is like, how do we do that? And so, yeah, I'm typing in chat to kind of to communicate with folks while we have our conversation. Knackers has influenced the crap out of me. I also think he's really embraced TikTok in the way it's supposed to, by being incredibly wacky and different. He's tech forward. And so he is definitely one of the number one people that I think is influencing me right now.
Yeah.
I highly suggest him. There's one guy who I think is an absolute transition wizard. We've rated him a few times, Riot TTV. He just absolute, like, I cannot, he must have 15 stream decks in 10 hands. Like, I do not understand how he
actions.
Yeah.
So I have a new action that so you know how we're supposed to run an ad every like 30 minutes to make sure that when new people come in, I have a new one that I did where it's better to scenes. And basically what it is, ads, it's an ad that it has a timer for 30 minutes, then it runs another ad, and it runs for 2 hours total.
Nice.
Because my streams are relatively around 2 hours. So I don't even have to think about it.
That's interesting. I'm not doing it. I want to be doing it.
Yeah.
But I just am so bad at it. One of the things...
That's why I did that.
Well, it's like, I want to have it, but I also want to be really methodical about when it's happening. So, like, we're having a conversation right now. I don't want to interrupt the flow. Exactly. And, like, if minute 30 happened here and I was mid-sentence, that would be awful. And
it would be.
That's the biggest reason I haven't turned any automation on. And I see my pre-roll chat, my pre-roll at 0, and it has been for the past hour. You know what? If people come in and the ad, I stick around. People can get boosts now, which honestly is probably a better worth of your money than a sub.
If you look at my name, I have boost.
Yeah,
because there's
boosted.
I whatever nitro, whatever it's called, like. I do that because when I go to raid someone new, the ad just annoys me. But I don't know if I want to subscribe to them because I noticed, this is why I did it. I noticed I was subscribing to everyone. Everyone under the sun I was subscribing because I hate ads.
Yep.
And to me, that's not a good reason to subscribe to someone.
Yeah, and it isn't. And like, I feel like we all got that way early in our careers. Like, we were subbing to as many people as we could be. And like, I don't want people to feel obligated to sub to me. All subs go directly back to me channel in one way or another. But, you know, if this content isn't helpful, like, if I'm there and I'm hanging out and I'm having a beer, I can buy you a beer. And that's a sub. Or I can give you bits because that's better return. Or bits whatever. Yeah, okay. Bits are better.
Help me pay for my energy drink consumption.
Yes. And then, emotes. Like, there's a couple people I sub for explicitly for emotes. There was a guy I played poker with, Club Blog, and he has these piggies that I find them hilarious. And they're fun to just, like, drop piggies instead of poggers. They're piggles.
Yeah. I love those. That's why I love my emotes. Like, because mine, I try to make them so people could use them in other streams. So like, because I have the legendary, the nerd love,
and those are good too, like for people to bring. So let's talk emotes, because I think you have awesome emotes. Like legendary is almost worth it in and of itself. Bring the hype also. Like, they're just such hype emotes. So when you're making emotes for a channel, what are things that you like to think about? So the necessities and then some of the out of the boxes.
So when I was sunning emotes, I got tired of seeing the same animated, hand-drawn looking emotes. I wanted something a little different. And Stellar, I love those emotes because they're textual and they're different. That's why I went text on mine. Nerd Love, just because it's all about the nerd love. Legendary, because I don't remember who started calling me Legendary. like somebody started calling me legendary, and I was like, screw it, I'll do that one, and then bring the hype, because I'm always trying to raise that level of hype. You know what I mean? It could be in just being in someone's stream. It could be helping with conversation. I noticed that I try to do that even on someone's TikTok. If you notice RN's TikToks, I will ask questions.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. Like, it's because there's so many different ways to interact, and like the easiest way for people to make content is for people to ask questions. So
because it gives you free content.
Yes, it's free content, easy to respond to. And I've noticed like some people are more protective of their brand than others, which I think is important, like on formats like TikTok. But on the same hand, like long game being the long game, I find that the best way I found, going back to like the voice question, right, is the way I found my voice is by talking the whole fuck down. Just and listening.
But we have a similar like chill, like I want to have this like relaxed stream, like just very chill. I'm not like, hey, how you doing? Like I'm not like that person anymore. Like, yes, I was mimicking someone very specific.
Oh god, and he's out and riding his bike across the country. But yeah. You know, there's a different style for everybody. Like, you know, we get hype and crazy here every now and then. But I think that there's value in all forms of content, and all, like, not everybody's gonna enjoy Harry Potter. Now,
no, I don't. I'm a Star Wars fan.
There we go. See, yeah,
Harry Potter is just Star Wars with wands.
Okay. Wait, is Voldemort his father?
He basically. No, but.
Well.
Oh, thank you, Pip.
Bad takes and all. What is this? Oh, Thor. Thor's got a good one. And then
I like that one. But like that could be copyright, so like that's another factor that you have to really like look at, though. Like, as much as I love that emote, Marvel could be like, nope.
Yeah, and then he's got his Thunder Duck, which I think is Canadian Thor is good with. And that's you have like your personality. I think that text is good. I think because it's versatile. It can be brought anywhere and used everywhere. And it is it is a good way to get your channel out there, marketed to other people. I've watched people have conversations about emote. Where did you get that from? And like, you just attracted somebody to your channel through your emote. Being a Star Wars fan and being a Harry Potter fan are not mutually exclusive. Fair. Yeah. Marvel? You mean Disney? Marvel?
Yeah, same thing.
Marvel? Mommy? Disney? I don't know.
Star Wars? Mommy? Yes. Padme? Mommy?
Yeah, so I think emotes are pretty important. They tell a story. The follower emotes, which I found out is only exclusive to the channel that you're on, which I thought was a major. I had this. Yeah,
so like, I haven't looked at it. I just got the email today. So like, I kind of like that idea because I can test drive emotes, I guess. So like, if I make a new emote and I don't know if it's going to be used a lot, or if people want, even if it's going to be liked by my community, I can always put it as a follower emote. And then if people start using it in my channel when I'm live, what I end up doing is I end up uploading them to my Discord. So I end up using them there. And if they seem to be getting traction there, I can move them over to my sub emotes. But like.
So I was most excited because it was like, crap, now I can give out like 5 free emotes. Be a raid emote, be my hype emote, be all these things that I can use that people can then just go and take other places, to only find out that they don't go anywhere at all. And so it's like, it's a little bit of a bummer because like emotes are kind of, if you do want them to move other places, then you want people to sub, and
Yeah, I will most likely be keeping my sub emotes exactly what they are: the legendary, the nerd, love, the hype, bring the hype, and the raid. I have some Pride ones too, but like those are like tier 3, tier 2, but no one's gonna ever do those. The amount of people I sub to, I don't do tier 3s.
Well, and that's so. I mean, this is something I'm excited to dig into. Is like sub benefits. I don't know if you have sub benefits. I know I don't. I have a place for them to occur. They're very much hidden. I just, with the amount of bandwidth and time I have, I just like, how can I do things for subs and do things, for everybody all at the same time?
The only sub benefit I have is my my promo channel in my Discord.
Nice.
That is only for subscribers, or if you have the rank of inner circle, which means that you've been there since beginning. It's like the level 7.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only.
I've done away with my promo channel. I thought it'd be a problem, and maybe it's like it depends. Some people have more volume. Like I imagine if we had 1,000 people join tomorrow, I would need a place to let people shout into the abyss. But
I have thought about getting rid of mine, but I don't want people to be posting in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't right now I'm a small Discord. It's just for me to shout into my own abyss.
Yeah.
And so I don't want my general flooded with things that aren't relevant.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've done what Juan did, and like if you in my Discord and you're active and you stream, then you get a stream role and it puts you up at the top. And I use that all the time. Like I'll pop open perks left and right if I know that you're on and you're there.
That's what mine is.
But I just it's and then I have the creator space, which is all about collab. And like if you're talking about something relevant, by all means, like I have a whole space for communication on those things. But it is like promoing. You don't get a lot. Even I wonder if like everybody should have a Discord sometimes.
So the thing, Stellar, the thing about what I've learned is that when I look at other creators' Discords, and I'm talking about let's look at some of the bigger ones that I'm not really super active in. The Uncanny GG Discord. The what is it? Even antimicrobials and big names, they're providing something. Be it community. The reason we joined the basement. Why did we join the basement? Because Juan was providing something for us to join. He gave us a reason to join. So and even I myself are working on giving someone a reason to be in my Discord. Be it I'm going to be offering overlays, not stream elements, but DM Savior music, graphic design, free. I've even thought about throwing up some really simple logos that people can just customize and use. That's giving someone a reason to be in our Discord. Like Kestrel says, why? Why do we do this? What the hell happened? Oh, never mind. You do say that a lot, Kestrel. Rome, I can't hear you at all.
It might help. I don't know when oh, you know what? I coughed and I muted, and I'm an idiot. But yeah, thank you for carrying the chat there.
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, giving them something to get value like that, and that's where I don't have additional value to give, so I don't have sub benefits.
But you are the value. That's another reason. Like I was saying with the basement, we joined because Juan was the value.
Mm-hmm. And he's brought us all together.
Yeah, he brought us all together. Blame Juan.
Yep,
it's all Juan's fault.
All Juan's fault, that jerk. And then he started streaming on Tuesdays, and occasionally it's really fucking up my calendar. That guy.
Oh yeah, you have to really check. We have to be on Juan. Now, my schedule is always changing, and that's something that I've been loving because it's always evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight I'll be streaming, tomorrow streaming, and then I'm not going to stream on Saturday because I'm going to help Juan out, and Sunday. So I'm helping with Extra Life.
That's
because
awesome. Yeah, I didn't know when I signed up for it. I didn't know I was going to be in this room doing a different job and a different. I like backed off, but I plan on being around and supporting everybody.
yeah, that's mainly what I'm doing. I so if I don't stream, like let's say day after tomorrow, I was supposed to stream, but I want to take it off because I'm going to be in someone else's stream. I want to show them the support as well.
Mm-hmm. And
I always
that's the
spend my
hard.
days off, or I try to at least, in someone else's stream, being part of their community, communicating, and so forth.
Key for
Because
that hydrate.
the hydrates.
Got my big water bottle today. So yeah, and that's supporting other streamers is something I think has always been challenging. I feel woefully. Am I going in and out? Yeah, I am going in and out.
Yeah, you are on my end too. I thought it was my connection,
Hold on.
but
Let me do a bandwidth reduction here. Gonna free up some interwebs. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Oh, that's saying my. Good.
Are you Wi-Fi'd?
I'm not Wi-Fi. I'm hardwired.
Drop a cable. Always
Uh,
hardline.
I'm gonna have to stop supporting people. Speaking about supporting,
Yeah. So what I end up doing is I have a laptop because it runs off the Wi. It like I have because what happens is when you try to support people on like Firefox,
mm-hmm.
your computer is encoding every stream or transcoding every stream. So I end up just using my laptop
Yeah,
because it's not using my computer's network card. It's not using my computer's processor. It's not doing any of that.
and then I also have Warframe teed up behind the scenes that might be taking a little bit of juice.
Yeah, that does. That's typically what
But
it does.
but it looks like it's just my bit rate is being inconsistent.
Yeah. I was making sure because some people stream in 1080p,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't ever suggest to anyone. And you're not. You're at 760
I'm at 760. Is that a weird?
or not? No. Let me check again. 720.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
60
thought.
frames.
Unstable. Poor network connection detected. Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's see what
You're not a
else.
pro streamer unless you're not a pro.
Yep, I'm not. Things go wrong, things go south.
Yep.
Well, what the hell else can I turn off here?
Yeah.
Just like clicking through all the different things I have open. I think I'm maxed out on things I can close. 720, 60. Yeah. Ah.
That's what I stream in. Because I want everyone to have the same viewing pleasure.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm like at this point too where I think I've closed everything I can close, and it's just that there's some sort of noise or instability coming through. I am hardwired and more hardwired, but that would require some construction on my house. I'm not ready to quite do that.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden, my bit rate is just like up and down.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the OBS Ninja, but I doubt that.
Like I could close it. Let's do that.
Just try it out for a second. See if it improves.
All right.
That's all. That's what it's all about.
We're gonna say bye to nerd for 5 seconds. Leave. That should go away. Well, yeah, I guess you're still here, audio speaking wise.
Yeah.
And your video. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Even though I don't have the link open anymore, your video is still very much.
Is it a browser source?
Yeah, it is a browser source.
Okay.
Testing. But
yeah,
still detected as unstable. But it looks like
you're looking better on my end.
it looks.
Check
Thank you. It's looking like it's much more consistently over 2,500. A little bit of fluctuation here and there, but hey, everybody appreciate the patience while we work on flying this rocket ship.
It happens.
Beauty. All right, keep an eye on. Now it dropped again. Mother, father, sister, brother.
Yeah, I dropped again on my laptop.
Close this.
Yeah. There.
What else can I do to reduce bandwidth? I'm really out of options without going and telling my wife to get off the internet, and that's not gonna fly well.
Nope, it's not.
Experiencing mild internet issues. Apologies. It's like I could try to just restart OBS. That's like super frickin' nuclear though.
It is nuclear. Like I don't have the greatest internet in the world, so like it always annoys me when I'm having issues with my OBS. But
well, it's only ever intermittent. This is actually like the worst I've ever seen it, to be honest.
Yeah,
this is something.
I'm checking to see if there was an OBS. I never shut down OBS, so I'm checking to see if there was an OBS update.
There shouldn't have been. I'm curious if it's just that Twitch is having trouble.
Yeah, you're not buffering now. Hey, look at my laptop. Yeah, you're doing pretty good now. You're going a little bit, but my laptop's hardwired.
Yeah.
But I have got going into a 2.5 gigabit switch, so.
So look, when subscription expire, no current problems on Twitch. So the down detector is saying it's okay. Maybe my end. Who knows? We'll just roll with it.
We're just gonna roll with it. Keep it rolling.
I'll still have a good recording here locally on the OBS. So.
Yeah. I record with my laptop. I use the NDI plugin.
Okay.
So my computer doesn't have to. My gaming rig doesn't have to do both streaming, recording, and playing a game.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus lately I've been playing Rust. So like that game is just brutal on a computer.
How is Rust? How are you liking that compared to like Valheim and the other survivals?
Rust is amazing with the community that we have playing, like Kestrel, Juan, and Zero and Thunder, and all of them. It's a lot of fun, just like any game. Better with friends.
Yeah,
I didn't play on a public server or anything. We're on a private server, so like, but like it's a great change of pace. Like I like Valheim, like I really do.
Yeah,
I need to get into like more Warframe because I loaded it up the other day, but I'm just like, it's so overwhelming because I'm so far behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not too hard to get caught up. We can taxi you around too if you do want to play. It's almost time to transition over into work.
I'm gonna have to log off at 8:00 my time.
No worries.
I have to spend a little time with the family before I have to get ready for my shenanigans.
Yeah. Well, we are with that we're winding down. So if anybody in chat does have questions for Nerd, drop them in there. We are going to be playing some Warframe afterwards.
I will probably hop in. I'm thinking about hopping in some Warframe around 9:00 my time.
Okay.
If you're still going, for sure. Like, I would have to check with my. It won't be probably until 9 or 9:30 though my time. But yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess with that, we'll ask the ending question. 100 year for a server, you want to play on it for sure. What's next on the roam for Nerd?
Focusing more on content creation on other platforms. Because I have this saying, and you've probably heard me say it before. So like Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, blah 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 blah, all the other social media platforms, they are tools in our toolbox, and each one gets us a little bit more in the next step. So my goal is right now, I'm probably going to take most of November and December in trying to focus on a schedule of content creation or making a game plan of content creation. So like Tuesdays I'll be making using, I don't really like the idea of using my Twitch to create content for those platforms. I want to, because every platform is different. Like TikTok, I want to make like educational content.
Mm-hmm.
Like the things that I've learned about green screens, you having a green screen, things I've learned about OBS and having a calendar, and like the different things I've learned over the last year. I want to share that with people. And I know other people do it, but I want to try to do it in a different way, in a different, like my own little spin and stuff. But I want to make a plan. I want to make a schedule, because I've noticed that if I have a schedule like I do now, I really do stick to it. It helps me be accountable.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's like the biggest. I think schedule really is about accountability and consistency more than it is anything else.
Yeah,
like, which is kind of why I dropped Sundays. Like, it was starting to become harder for me to do Sunday, and it was creating more drag than I wanted to. And I was like, I want to love this. I want to enjoy it, and so I'm not going to force myself to stream a day that's not working for me. We're gonna drop to 2 and make it happen.
That's why, like, if I'm not feeling it, like if I'm not feeling like I'm just dreading streaming, I just don't do it. Like, I just go, I'm not gonna do it, because like my mental state has to be there, and people will hear it in my voice that I'm just like, I'm like bored or inconsistent. That's why I'm trying to collab with people now, and I probably should have been doing it a year ago. Like,
well, I'm glad you're here, man. It was happy. It's like first pioneer, first roam on the road with the nerd, and we'd be happy to have you back, I'm sure, too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, your Discord's not breaking up too.
Yeah. No, so I was gonna use this anyway as a way to sign off, at least for this portion of the stream. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna tinker with some shit, see what's going on in the rest of the house, see if I can't fix that. We'll run some ads, because I've forgotten to do that this entire time. And then we'll be turning over to Warframe. Nerd, thank you for tuning in, hanging out. Definitely want to catch up with you and talk some brand stuff for my own channel. And
most definitely.
We'll catch you later. Have a good one.
You too. You have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for having me here. Maybe we'll be back, and I'll have to take over your stream.
Oh, absolutely. I'm flipping scenes a little early, but here, I'm gonna start some words on stream for you guys in chat, and then I'll be right back after I troubleshoot this stuff. All right, let's see what we got going on. So I don't know if that's improved anything. It does not look like it did. Appreciate you guys sticking around and hanging out while I troubleshot this. How's everything on your guys' end while I am get tuned up for some Warframe. Just need to, you know, this stuff like scrambles you. You start running around, you try and start figuring out as much as you can, all at the same time. It's not the easiest thing to do. If I am consistently getting drops, let me know. No skin off my back. I'm really excited all you could come and hang out and get there and get the value out of Nerd Stream today. And then what we'll do is maybe we'll raid out, we'll play a little bit offline, and that way you don't have to sit here while my bitrate gets all funky, and you know, I can stream on the Discord and we can go watch another stream. But we'll see. Right now I wanna feel it out. I feel pretty confident, but you know, anything can happen, and we'll just give it a go to see, you know, how that works out for us. Gonna turn off our stream music here and get in. I got the Kestrel blueprint. Funny, that Kestrel's here. I've got the Kestrel blueprint, and now I can make myself a sweet fucking boomerang. Dope. Time will tell. And my controller, fantastic. Duck and Tito, I don't know if you want to join the stream channel, but I am in and ready to rock and roll with some Warframe. I should change my stream info though. Reloading. I can't even change my stream info. This thing is loading. Oh my goodness. Struggle bus is cruel. Give it a hard refresh. Unstable connection. There you go. Onto the Space Ninja. Warframe. Done. Beauty. Though that bitrate does not look happy for most people. All right. Accepted invite. So I haven't played Warframe in a little bit. They're doing floofs right now. So I just I got a little floof. There are all these little animals that you can put throughout your space inventory. Let's see. Where is it? Where's my floof? Got a new floof. But you can get these like little plushies and they're adorable. Wherever I have them. Org brain. You know, I could use a search command, but then that would be too easy, right?
It should have showed up in your inbox.
It did. I already got it.
But it should show you in the inbox which one you got.
Oh, box. Unless I was silly. I got the Splendid Nergoo. Indeed. Thank you, Kazard, for the lyric.
Looking bird lizard things.
And then I got all that stuff in my resource booster. And then I have done no Nightwave yet, so.
Okay, neither have we.
Yeah, I can't believe my internet just like freaked out all of a sudden like that. It's big sad. Okay, magnetic. Kill lots of things. Invasion, rescue, steel path, resource collection, rare servo fish and Valis, syndicate, and cephalon scans.
Ta-ta, lovelies.
My bitrate is still down. All right.
We need some argon crystals.
Argon crystal?
Yes, sir.
Magnetic up. You stream once a week? When do you stream, Kezrin? Alright, I'm equipped with magnetic and down for whatever.
Is magnetic just magnetic?
It's cold and electric. And I'm still getting an unstable connection. Sad about doing this. I never do this, but I think I'm going to end stream. That way you guys have a positive experience. We go out with a bang. And not a choppy moment here. I'm not sure what it's all about, but I really appreciate. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off here, guys, and then I'll play some more for you. But I do appreciate everybody that's tuned in, hung out, and enjoyed the roam with me. This was a really great time. Thank you again, NerdTitan. Of course, it's going to start blinking green. Nope, there it is. It's dropped again. This has been a really awesome stream. Learned a lot about brand. Talked about a ton of different things. Currently on Monday. Awesome. Excited to check it out. And so we're going to go raid out. We are going to go join my friend. Let's see who's streaming right now. We can go check out that Dirty Tooth. He's playing Minecraft. Heaven's Haymakers playing Phasmophobia. Shaded's playing Destiny. You know who? Got the Pascal's also streaming. Resolute came and streamed. You know what? Let's raid Resolute Maverick. It's been a while since he's raided here a couple times. Haven't had the opportunity to raid into him for a while. So let's go bring Resolute Maverick the fun. Hey, I appreciate you all coming in here and enjoying the roam with me. We'll be back on Thursday doing the craft, and I have to download some graphics stuff because we're going to be working on some edits. So very cool, very excited. Got my Raider countdown. Bring Resolute Maverick some hype. He is playing New World, grinding to level 50, and let's make it exciting.
To be spreading the love for vallenatos.